Nano Banana 2 has just been released and I think web designers are sleeping on it. I tested it on real client works and some of the results are generally hard to believe. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how to generate landing pages from sketches, stunning hero images, custom icon sets, animated illustrations, and background textures using this brand new AI image model. Just before we start with the craziest use case, I'm going to show you how you can access Nano Banana 2 for completely free. So it's actually pretty simple. Once you are on Google, you want to type for Gemini. Then you want to choose Google Gemini, sign into your account, and from there you can access the tool for completely free, and you can also click on create image. But the thing is, it will actually ask you to select a predefined style, and this is not what we want for the video, so I'm not going to use that. But essentially, if you type create an image, it will automatically trigger the Nano Banana 2 AI image model. So for the first use case, I took maybe 1 minute to draw a very rough wireframe sketch, as you can see. Then I'm just going to upload it inside Gemini, and I'm just writing this prompt, turn this sketch into a landing page design for an AI design tool. I talk about the design style I want, and very important, I also write the copy. Okay, this is something which is optional, but if you already have the copy, Nano Banana 2 can respect it. You'll see the result. And I also asked the tool to replace my rough character by Albert Einstein. So now let's just click enter and wait for the results. And this is what we have in a few seconds, literally. So as you can see, the copy is respected, and we have also our navigation bar. It has also respected the rounded corners and Albert Einstein in the middle with some design elements as we draw in our sketch. Now, of course, this is not a final design. This is not something that you want to showcase to clients. But if you are stuck on the ideation process and you don't really know which visual direction to go to, this can be a good option. And after running the prompt a few times, this is also what I get. Also keep in mind that you can actually iterate with the AI until you have something that you really like. So for example, I can ask, turn it into light mode. And now we have it in light mode, okay? So yeah, as you can see, it's exactly the same. It has just changed the background, and it's actually crazy to see how you can go from this to something like this or like this. Guys, really quick, before we move on to the second use case, I just want to share something I'm very excited about because I'm working on the V2 of my tool called Limora. Essentially, it's an AI asset engine for web designers, which means that inside the tool, you can generate some background image, icons and illustrations, product photos, and way more. But now I'm working on the V2, which is going to be extremely better. We are also working on a feature called Brand Kit, which means that for each website project, you can just include your visual style, and then the AI will create some assets for you directly, a way to animate your assets, and way more. So if you guys want to join the early access, you can just click the first link in the video description, enter your email, and you'll get a special discount once we launch. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, for the second use case, I'm going to show you how you can generate some incredibly good hero image to basically go from this web design to something like this, which is way more premium. So this is the exact prompt structure I'm using. Essentially, I start by talking about the color, then the style, then I describe what I want on the image. And finally, very important, I also include the hero text position, because if we take a look at this layout, for example, if we have the hero headline on the left, we don't want to have the image taking most of the space over here. Okay, we want the opposite. And after that, we have some more requirements. Yeah, that's pretty much it. After that, click enter and you'll have a very good result. Now let's talk about custom icons, which is something that used to take so many time for graphic designers, but now you can do it with AI. And I actually have a prompt that ideate for you, which means that it basically finds the illustration IDs and it also design for you. So all you have to do is to insert the brand name. In that case, it's Nike, as you can see. And it has then generated all of my icons. Same for here, I've included Notion, and those are the icons / illustrations the AI gave me. I actually found this prompt on X thanks to Amir Muzcik. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. And this is actually the prompt, so you can just fill in your brand name and after that it will design everything for you. Then for this fourth use case, I'm going to show you how you can create some animated illustrations that you can then export as code. And you will also have way less technical and speed issue rather than exporting a video. So the first step is actually to create an image for the illustration, and after that we'll animate it. I will show you how. So for that, I'm just using this prompt. Essentially, I want a clean illustration for a website loading state, and I just describe what I want, nothing too crazy. Then we have it, we can just click download. You want to go to Google AI Studio, which is also free. You want to go to featured and select Gemini 3.1 Pro. After that, just upload your image. So this is my prompt. I've just described what I wanted. And very important, you want to include that you want to loop. And secondly, you want to explain the export format. So in our case, build code. And then click run. This one is taking a bit more time, as you can see, because it's actually building code. And this is the result. We have a full HTML that we can just copy and paste into our website. Okay, last one, guys. I'm going to show you how to go from this web design to this one. I think you notice the difference. We have what we call a grid pattern in the background, which add a lot of contrast and make the page look way more premium and custom. So first step, you want to attach your logo. In our case, we use Louis Vuitton. Click open. Then this is the prompt I'm going to use. Essentially, I'm just asking the AI to generate the grid pattern based on our uploaded logo. Then you want to click on enter, and this is the result. We can just click download. Then we can just upload it over here. Let's take this website as an example. We want to upload that inside. Send to back. And okay, it's looking very bad right now, but we just want to reduce the opacity. And yeah, this doesn't make a big difference, but it literally took us 1 minute to do, so I think it's worth it. So Nano Banana 2 is genuinely useful for web designers, not just as a gimmick, but as an actual part of the workflow. Now, I didn't share all the prompts from this video on purpose, because all of these use cases and a lot more are going to be built right inside Limora V2. So guys, if you want early access and also an exclusive discount once we launch, just sign up to the waiting list by clicking the first link in the video description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.